Better late than never, I say. Long time no see, Flosstube. There's a reason for that. I'll get into that in a minute, but before I do, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has continued to watch my videos, to those who have subscribed, commented, liked my videos. I really appreciate it. I am once again way behind in watching videos. I'm very far behind in replying to your comments. I have read them all, and thank you for such kind, sweet comments. I appreciate them. I just haven't had the opportunity to respond to those, and I do apologize for that. Today is December 23rd, which happens to be my birthday. It is a cold, rainy, ugly day here in the Midwest. We've had some crazy weather. Last week we had ice and then some snow. And now it's rain, and I think rain is in the forecast for Christmas Day as well. But enough about that. Why haven't I made a video? Well, a few days after I made my last video, which was my October update, I think I filmed that mid-November, I came down with this horrible, horrible cold that seems to be going around the nation here in the US. And I still am not 100%. I would get better and think that I was over it, and then it would hit me again full force, and I just had no energy. I would come home from work totally exhausted and just collapse, and all I wanted to do was sleep. So first there was that, and then about a week before Thanksgiving, I went into work and I was told that one of the students that I worked very closely with, her family had moved house, and they no longer qualified to be in the school that I was at, and that they wanted me to move to her new school with her. And I was devastated because I really liked the school that I was working at. But I thought, okay, let's do this. Then the next day I went into work and they said, no, it's not going to happen. She's going to stay here. Okay, I'm good with that. And then the next day I went in and they said, well, we're not sure what's happening. It's probably 85% sure that you're going. We want you to go to the new school, introduce yourself, become familiar with it, and then the Monday after Thanksgiving, you can start working there. So basically that's what happened. And I liked this previous school I was at, but I absolutely love the new school that I'm at. And both she and I are settling in nicely. I am working one-on-one with her, and it's been great. But I've still, had to deal with this feeling poorly and adjusting to a new place. So basically that's pretty much why I've been not around. It's been a slow, stitchy month and a half, basically for the same reasons. I did manage to get a few finishes in, and I will show those to you now. If you recall, I was working on some Christmas ornaments that my ex-husband had started many years ago. There were 5 of them, and all 5 came from one of these 2 books by Mill Hill, Santa's Season. Ooh, sorry for the glare. And then the second book, also Mill Hill, Never a Pair. I think on my last video I had completed 2 of the 5. He had completed the stitching on all but one of them. And my job was then to fully finish them. And I had completed these 2 on my last video. This one's for my son-in-law. This one is for my son. And then the next one I completed was this one, which is for one of my daughters. And they are double-sided. Stitching them together was not a lot of fun. I have to say, it was all hand stitching and very tedious. But I do like the end result. The next one that I finished is for my grandson, and it's the snowman. And that one turned out really cute. And the final one that I finished was the one that I had to finish the stitching on and the beading. And that is this one, the Santa one. And once I stitched it together, I had to go back in and fill in all the beads in this area down near the seam line. So if you may have noticed, there is a drastic size difference between these 2 and this one, and the other 3. 3 are this size and 2 are this size. I hadn't really paid that much attention when I'd first looked at them, that they would be different sizes. I didn't bother to do a fabric count to see what size fabric my ex-husband had started them on, but these were definitely easier to stitch together than these. I do love the final outcome. I will be stitching one of these for myself after the new year. I just didn't have it in me to start a new project after I had finished those. And the most important thing was that I get the ones finished for my family, and I will make mine later on. But again, those are from Mill Hill, and I can't wait to give them to my family on Christmas Day. Okay, so let me get that out of the way. The only other stitching that I did, which was very little progress, was his eyes on the sparrow from Heartstring Samplery. If you recall that. Sorry, there's a glare there. And I didn't go back and watch my last video to see how far I had gotten, but I will show you where I am now. I think I had finished this guy, so maybe I don't know, somewhere in this area is what I did since the last video. Hope you can see that. Oh, sorry, you can see the Christmas lights behind it. And I have gone all the way over to the end, which I think I had gotten there before. But I still am enjoying working on that. I will continue working on that in the new year. It's a stitch along with Rebecca and a lot of other lovely ladies on Instagram, and I do love it. As a matter of fact, the other day, my younger daughter, the one that I had stitched Save the Bees for, spotted it, and she's like, "Oh, who are you making this for?" And I'm like, "Me?" So I think she has her eye on that, but no, this one's for me. Okay, what else? Oh, I'll share with you a couple of things that I made. I should have pulled these out. Hang on. As you may remember from some previous videos, I like to have a pin keep near my stitchy spot. And I did make some counting pins for myself. They're all a little bit different because, well, they are handmade, but those are my counting pins. This is my pin keep for December and probably well into January. I keep most of my Christmas decorations up for a good portion of January. We celebrate the Epiphany. We call it Little Christmas on the 6th. So my Christmas decorations will remain up at least until then. But for January, I kind of like to keep a winter theme going on. And so the snowman fits in with that winter theme. I stitched this pin keep a couple of years ago. I had ordered the kit off of eBay, and I think it's by You and I. And it came with a pair of scissors, the fabric, and all the floss. So there he is, Frosty. And there's my finish of that. Nearly dropped it. I'll also share with you an old finish, excuse me, which has a story behind it. I don't remember who this is by. I stitched this a million years ago, probably back in 97, 98 time frame. And I made him into a cushion, Santa. It's on this giant count. It almost looks like burlap. He was a wall hanging at one time, and while he was a wall hanging, he was in storage at my ex-husband's house, and we were both living in Virginia at the time. And I think it was like the nor'easter of 2008 came in, and he had it stored in a garage, and it flooded, and this guy was in a flood, and something else that was in that box bled onto him. And try as I might, I could not get that out, but I did not want to give him up, so I cut part of him off as close as I could and made him into a cushion. I have no idea what pattern this is. I meant to look it up, but I forgot. But I love him. And like I said, I stitched him probably back in 1997 or 98 time frame. So there's Santa Claus. What else have I been up to? Well, okay, disclaimer here. Jill, if you are watching, stop watching now because this is part of your Christmas present. I'm going to ban my daughters from Pinterest because they keep sending me pins and going, oh, you could make me this for Christmas, or you could make me this. Can you make me this? And I have a hard time saying no. So last night I decided that I would make this for my oldest daughter, and I don't think I'm going to be able to hold this up. I'm not finished with it because I ran out of thread very late last night as I was stitching on it, and I had to go to Joann's today and buy some more green thread. But it's going to be a table runner, and I'll do half of it and then this half. So normally what I would do is I would applique the trees on by hand, doing needle turn applique. But because time wasn't really allowing for that, I decided to use the fusible web and then machine applique. I'll see if I can get a good shot here. all the way around each tree and each tree trunk. And I'd never machine appliqued before, so some of my points are not that great. You can see here where I kind of got off of it, but yeah, it's handmade, right? So that's, I had cut all the pieces out. I'm almost embarrassed to say every single piece of green and brown in this came from my fabric stash. I'll give you another look here. The only thing that I had to purchase was the background fabric, which I don't know if you can see, it's little snowflakes. So I thought that was very appropriate. So I cut all the trees and the tree trunks out. I cut my piece of background fabric a couple of weeks ago. And of course, I'm down to the wire with trying to get everything ready for Christmas. So I was up very late last night working on this, and I'll be up late again tonight finishing it off. I just have to sandwich it together and machine quilt it and get that wrapped up and put under the tree for Christmas Day. What else? Oh, I haven't really been shopping either. I'm so proud of myself for not. I did, oh, hang on. Sorry, slid up. I did make 2 purchases on Black Friday. Pineberry Lane was having a sale, and I regret only buying 2 things. But they were 2 things that I have wanted for a long time and just have never purchased. And I thought, why not? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And the first one is called The Harvest Dance. And it's Fancy Blackett, and I just love her. I love her. And I don't know why I've never purchased one of the patterns with Fancy in it, but now I have this to stitch. And again, it's by Pineberry Lane, and it was an e-pattern that I could print out, so it was like instant gratification on Black Friday. And then to go along with that, I purchased the Primitive Doll pattern of Fancy Blackett. And here are some other photos, some close-up shots of her little boots. I love those. And a close-up of her face. So I will be making those for next fall. Okay, and last but not least, I won Abby's giveaway. Thank you, Abby. And she sent it to me, and I'm so pleased and so thrilled. She's so sweet. I won this pattern, The Old Mill by Blackbird Designs. And one of the reasons that I entered this giveaway is because this pattern was designed by Blackbird Designs to commemorate the shop anniversary, the needlework shop called Old Mill Stitchery, which is was in Liberty, Missouri. They no longer are in business, but Missouri is the state that I call home, and so it kind of had a special place in my heart because of that. And I cannot wait to stitch this. Okay, that would have been enough. I would have been so happy with that, but Abby is so kind, and she sent 2 fabrics, both 40 count, which is my favorite count to work on. This one is called Straw, and sorry, it's a little wrinkled, but it's a beautiful color, and I can't wait to find a project for that. And then this one is called Sheep Straw, and it is also a 40 count in a wonderful color. And I'm not sure about the first one, who it is by, but this one is by R&R. And I don't mind stitching on R&R fabric. I lived in Virginia 2 times in my life and shopped at the needlework shop there in Virginia Beach, and they carry the R&R, and I love it. I'll stitch on anything, I think. So that, as if that weren't enough, she also sent these cute buttons, and I'm a button fanatic, so I can put those to good use. Thank you, Abby. This, I'm going to take this off because you can get a better look at it on a white background. This beautiful needle minder is gorgeous, and I love purple. And then these 2 cute needle minders. Thank you, Abby. And she does have a shop, by the way, for those of you who don't know, which I can't imagine anyone not knowing and not following Abby, which is Bellastitch on YouTube. But she has a Facebook group called Bellastitch, and you can purchase her needle minders there. It's so cute. And that's not all. She also sent a bag full of candy, which this one is already gone. It was gone on that day. It was so good. I have resisted on this one. I'm holding out. I might have this part of this one tonight. And then some candy canes. So thank you, Abby. Thank you so very much. You're so kind. I appreciate it. And I look forward to stitching that old mill pattern. Okay, what else? I think that is about it. It's getting late in the day, my lighting has almost disappeared. It's getting dark out. I will try to get some photos or some videos, if I can get my lighting to cooperate, of my decor this season. As you can see, I have my Christmas tree. I'll try to get maybe some photos of some of my favorite ornaments. Like I've mentioned before in a previous video, every year I either hand make ornaments for my children and myself, or I purchase one, depending on, like, if we took a special holiday that year, I might have purchased it, or when we were living in Germany, we bought German ornaments, etc. But I will try, like, that is a Mill Hill old one. Here's another one. But I will try to take some still shots of some of my favorite ones from years past and put those in. And like I said, if I can get my lighting to cooperate, I will show some of my decor. So hopefully I'll put those in here. So hopefully my lighting worked and I was able to get some good shots. My Santa collection is a little bit out of control. I think I need intervention. But I've collected those for many years. And I think that just in that spot, I have about 60 different Santas. And yeah, my snowman collection is a little bit out of control too. But I think that I'm done collecting because it's a lot of work to put all those out and then pack them all away. But hopefully I did get to show you a few of my holiday decorations and some of my ornaments. So I think that's it for this video. Again, thank you all for watching. I will hopefully be back with my year-end wrap-up and my plans for 2017. I've been thinking about what I want to do for 2017 and I haven't fully made up my mind, but I will over the next week or so. I am lucky enough to have some time off until the new year, so I hope that I can get a couple more videos in before the end of the year. I still want to work on my journal and show you that. And yeah, so I hope that you all have a wonderful holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas, happy Christmas. If you celebrate something else, I hope it's as wonderful as it can be. And if you don't celebrate any of those things, I hope you have a great end of the year and a joyful new year. So until next time, thanks for watching and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.